This is a featured UK Talk Radio Top Business.
A big welcome to UK Talk Radio. Great to have your company as always. It's Jonathan Hines here, and one of our wonderful resident hypnotherapists is joining us now. That's Lynn Mitcham of Sylvan Therapies in Bournemouth in Dorset. She works in all over Dorset actually. Welcome once again. Great to have you back this month, Lynn, here on UK Talk. And it's an exciting time for you because hypnotherapy is more popular now than ever before, isn't it?
It is indeed, thank you, yes. Yes, it's becoming more acceptable, more as a mainstream therapy now.
Yes. And the question I had was, is it possible, I mean, are there some people, Lynn, that can't be hypnotised, or it's difficult to hypnotise?
Yes, some people are more difficult to hypnotise than others. They say that everyone can be hypnotised because the trance state is a completely natural state, and we all pass through it when we go to sleep at night anyway. So in theory, everybody can be hypnotised. But yes, I do have to work much harder with some people than I do with others.
That's a very good point, Lynn. And so 90-something% of people can be hypnotised.
Oh, yes.
But I know recently you've had one or two clients who couldn't relax.
That's right, yes. Yeah, if they're nervous about something, or perhaps something during the day has really got them wound up, they won't necessarily be able to relax. But I'm always hope that if I give them a CD, they can take that home, play it at home, and they'll be able to relax at home.
But this only happens to a minority of your customers, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Lynn, I know your speciality is the gastric band. Now, we've got an obesity crisis, and you've got this niche, which is the weight loss niche, and taking people through not a literal gastric band operation, but a virtual one.
That's
and this
right.
is becoming, I think, you're in the right, you're doing the right thing, because this is going to become more and more popular now as people come to you for help with weight loss. Because some of them, they go around in circles, don't they, for a long time before.
Yes, yeah. Unfortunately, hypnosis does tend to be a last resort. They've usually tried lots and lots of diets before that, and it's only when they find they can't lose weight any other way that they then come and try a hypnosis. That's
right, yeah. And so how does, just tell us once again, I know you've explained this before, Lynn, but this is exciting, and this is something many people would never even thought of. How does a hypnosis work, hypnotherapy rather, for weight loss?
In order to lose weight, you have to make changes, and generally, if someone is overweight, they are eating the wrong things, or they are eating too much. Sometimes they're eating too much of the wrong things.
Of course, yeah.
Which is a habit. They've got into this habit of doing this. So it means changing the habit. And the way to change habits is at the subconscious level, which is where hypnosis is so good, because when people are in trance, their conscious minds just wander off, and I am able to access their subconscious minds and then help them make the changes there that they need to make.
Accessing their subconscious mind, that sounds wonderful.
Yes,
and that's the main part of hypnotherapy, isn't it?
It is,
accessing
yes.
The subconscious mind, as opposed to the conscious mind on
that's
the
right,
everyday,
yes.
in the street level.
Yes, because things that we've learnt over the years tend to be held in our subconscious rather than the conscious, and so that's where the changes have to be made.
Yes.
But I can't make, even so, I still can't make those changes for the client. They've got to want to make the changes themselves, and then I can just help them do it.
Yes, yeah. And this gastric band operation they go through, they think they're actually going through the operation.
That's right, yes, yeah.
Physically at the hospital, and it's all happening.
I actually take them through it, yes, so they can visualise each step of the operation. But I do use convincers, things like TCP I wave around the room, and they wear an operating gown, all these things on. And I have a soundtrack as well of an operating theatre with all the machines beeping away.
Yeah.
So, it really does help convince their subconscious that that's where they are.
There is a humorous aspect to it, isn't
Well,
there?
there
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
yes, yeah.
It's really surreal, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It is so effective that very often clients will tell me afterwards that they could actually feel something happening in their abdomen, which is
yeah.
amazing, because that is purely their mind that's generated that.
And that just shows you how powerful the mind is.
Oh,
when
yes,
it's, when
very
it's,
much. Yeah.
One person recently said to me, she said, the brain is such a complex, wonderful thing. She said, but we don't come into this world with a user manual, and we just don't know how to use our minds.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
And I thought that was a very fascinating way to look at it.
Yes. Yeah.
Lynn, I thought of you the other day when I saw this. I saw something on TV the other day about. We've all seen it before. These kind of cheesy comedy value stage hypnosis things, which, okay, I'm not saying it's a very bad thing, but I felt it really did give hypnosis and hypnotherapy a bad name.
Yes.
And,
yeah.
and it sort of distorted how wonderful hypnotherapy can be and how it helps so many people.
I agree, yes.
I cringed.
Yes, yeah. I mean, there is the school of thought that says that anything that makes people talk about hypnosis and hypnotherapy is a good thing. But my feeling is that a lot of people are quite apprehensive about letting somebody else contact their subconscious anyway.
Yeah.
And programs like this just make them more worried about it and fearful about it. Whereas in actual fact, when people come to me for hypnotherapy, I'm not in control of them. They're the ones who are in control. But of course you don't get that impression when you watch these television programs and stage shows. On those it's made to look as though the hypnotist is controlling the client, if you like, and making them do all these things. But in actual fact, when clients come to see me, they're the ones who are in control. It's not me at all.
So they're in control. They've told you where they want to get to.
Yes.
And you're like the train driver or the chauffeur or the bus driver.
Yeah, I'm just guiding them there.
You're taking them to the destination.
Yes, yeah. And if at any time they did become concerned about anything or worried, they would just wake themselves up, and we just wouldn't take it any further.
Now, you mentioned, Lynn, recently about people that, a very small minority of people that you get who you can't work with because they can't relax. What do you think, apart from obviously the stress of their everyday life, what might have happened to them during that day, is it that some people are afraid of just of relinquishing control? They're afraid of being vulnerable.
Yes, yeah, there is that. There is an element of that. Sometimes, of course, because they're in a strange environment and they probably haven't met me before, that will increase anxiety in some people. And sometimes, for therapy to be successful, any therapy really, the client and the therapist have to have that rapport.
Yeah.
And with the best will in the world, I can't have rapport with everyone. I'd like to have, but you just don't get on with everyone, do you? So if that rapport isn't there, that can be a problem as well.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that hypnosis won't help that person. It may well do, but perhaps with a different therapist.
I would certainly feel extremely relaxed if I came to see you.
Thank you.
Lynn, I mean, I'm not just saying that. That's not just me endorsing you. I can't imagine anybody being anxious when they come to see you.
Oh, I try to keep them relaxed if I can.
That's right. So in a nutshell, just to clear this up, I know we've often asked this question because you pop in every month. What is hypnotherapy in a nutshell? Just to clarify that once again, Lynn.
Hypnotherapy is guiding someone into a trance state, and with some people that will be a very light trance, with other people it'll be very deep, which enables me then to communicate directly with their subconscious and give them suggestions and use visualization to help change those behaviours and habits that they want to change, just help them make the changes.
Yes. And what was it that made you want to, I mean, I know you've been now in practice for 2 years and you've come into it at a very exciting time because people are searching and seeking out alternatives now for their issues and problems. But what was it for you, Lynn, first of all, that brought you to hypnotherapy as a profession, and secondly, what was it that got you into the gastric band as your speciality?
Right, well, getting into hypnotherapy was a pure chance, really. I was doing yes, that's right, a fluke. I was doing a diploma in psychotherapeutic counselling, which I have now completed, but coincidentally the first year was hypnotherapy, which is something I hadn't thought of doing before, but I really enjoyed it, and that is actually what I started doing first before I'd started the counselling as well. So yeah, it was a pure fluke. And it's amazing, though. And then the hypnogastric band was something that appealed to me.
Yes.
So I did the training, and I actually had one of my colleagues fitted me with a hypnogastric band because I wanted to know what the whole process felt like. And that enabled me to lose just over a stone in weight. And I've just taken it from there, really.
And a stone is quite a bit, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Lynn, how can people... Let's just remind the listeners of your website.
Yeah, that is www.sylvan-therapies.co.uk.
And there are numerous videos of you on YouTube as well.
There are, unfortunately, yes.
I know you weren't. You're not. You're slightly reserved about the limelight, but it's happened now, hasn't it? So
Yes.
do you get people coming to you because that's just reminded me of something else? People who want to perform, or they want to talk in front of people or perform in front of people, and they need help with the panic and the fear.
That's right.
Get many
yes.
of those.
I've had a few. Yes. Yeah. Because public speaking again is something where hypnotherapy can be very effective, because it helps people to deal with their anxiety and just generally get used to standing up in public and talking.
That's right, and of course the stage as well. If anyone's wanting to do stage, but they still find they get a bit of fear.
Yes, yeah.
Stage fright. Yeah.
Yes, although some stage fright is actually helpful. It does help make the performance good.
Yeah.
But obviously you don't want to be so full of fear that you actually can't perform.
No.
It's getting the happy medium, really.
Yes. So first of all, people come to you for the initial consultation, and 9 times out of 10 you move forward and work with them, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. And just sometimes do they come to you with more than one issue, or they're not quite sure what it is, and maybe it's more than one thing?
That's right, yes. Sometimes they come with multiple issues, but it's usually much better to concentrate on one at a time rather than confuse everything. And sometimes they come with one issue, and when I'm talking to them, it transpires that in actual fact something else is the root cause. And so I address that issue rather than what they initially came with. If they're happy to do that, of course, it is entirely up to the client.
And are there more men or more women, or is it pretty much 50-50?
It tends to be more women.
Yes, I thought you were going to say that.
I think women are more open to this sort of complementary therapy than men, and of course women generally are much happier talking about how they feel and things like that.
I mean, that is changing now, but it's a very slow change, isn't it?
It is, yes, yeah.
You'll probably get more men than you used to, but still.
Yes.
But before I asked, I thought you were going to say that you've got more women.
That's right, yes, yeah.
Than men, yeah. Where do you actually work from? Now, you work from 2 different places in Dorset on the south coast, don't you, Lynn?
Yes, I have an office on Holdenhurst Road in Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And I also see people 2 half days a week at the Alchemy Health Clinic in Wimborne.
Right, and that's 2 days a week there.
2 half days.
Oh, 2 half days.
2 half days, yes.
Excellent. Well, we wish you the best, Lynn, and this gastric band speciality is very much growing. When they're talking about an obesity crisis again,
they are,
they?
Yes.
And by the time people come to you, as they've already tried out lots of diets.
Yes.
So we've got to try and get this gastric band hypnotherapy out there.
That's right, yes, because it isn't a diet, it's a way of life, which is so much better. I mean, diets you can do for a short while, but then you have to go back to normal eating, which is why people tend to put weight back on at that time. And
can you do other types of hypnotherapy for weight? Where somebody says, if somebody's losing their self-control, or they feel they can't do it, can you hypnotise them to believe, or we use suggestion and visualization to help them basically take back control, so they control what and when they eat. Yes. It doesn't have to be the hypnogastric band. Not everybody wants to have one of those fitted. No.
So yes, there are other ways to help people lose weight.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So don't forget your TCP next time you go.
Oh, that's right.
Next time you go to your other clinic in Wimborne. I think that's brilliant.
Yes.
That's really original.
It's very useful, yes.
Yeah. So Lynn, it's at Sylvan-Therapies.
Yes.
Sylvan, SYLVAN -therapies.co.uk. And the telephone number, Lynn?
Is 01202 979 107.
Yes.
Or the mobile number is 07798 797 357.
Thanks very much. That was Lynn Mitcham here on UK Talk Radio. She pops in every month, and Lynn is a hypnotherapist who has a speciality, particularly in the gastric band operation for those looking to lose weight. Thanks very much, Lynn. All the best.
Thank you very much.
See you next month.
Thank you.
This is a featured UK Talk Radio Top Business.